5 seconds to go. Mr. Chairman, at the outset, I welcome the proposals. The new proposals inserted in the finance bill, including the tax holiday extended from 7 years to 9 years in the case of assessees. In the same manner, in the case of new plants, the concession is also extended for the purchase of machinery. Some incentive is also extended to the transport policy, which is a vital industry in the matter of economic activities. It deserves that incentive which the Honorable Minister is kind enough to give. In the same way, exemption is also made available to the business of livestock, poultry, dairy, farming. These proposals follow the previous budget proposals. These proposals will certainly lead to the development of this country. Something was mentioned here about the price rise. Even after the budget, prices have risen to a considerable extent. Complaint has been made about it here. As far as this house is concerned, every political party has got its responsibility in dealing with this problem. They must have some suggestions to make to the government how to curb price rise. I am happy that the Honorable Finance Minister has come out with a proposal to establish a cell in the Ministry of Finance to make available supplies to the scarcity areas so that the vulnerable sections can purchase these things at reasonable rates. This action of creating a cell may minimize the price level after the budget, though it was welcomed by all. I am sorry to say that certain departments are in collusion with some business people and go against the interest of the government. I would like the government to take stern action against those officers as well as persons involved in this matter. For example, in my neighboring district, Nilgiri, there is a public undertaking unit, that is Hindustan Photo Film. Soon after the budget proposals were announced, saying that they will be effective from 1st July this year, some officials came in collusion with some persons in South India Film Chamber in Madras, and they smuggled about 45,000 rolls of color films valued at rupees 25 lakhs from the godown of a firm. I would like the government to take stern action against those persons. This request of ours will bear fruits and will give a good name to the government and the people of India. About allegations made about the departments, we have been noticing in respect of expenditure that was soon as amounts are allocated to the respective departments of the state government, they are not at all taking any interest whether a particular amount allotted to a particular department is properly utilized or not. It is done only after the entire amount is spent. It is time to have a mechanism to find whether the amount allocated to the departments of the state governments are properly utilized for the particular purpose for which they were earmarked, and it is ensured that in the future they do not spend all their amount at the end of the financial year. For example, if some amount is allotted to a particular department, they sleep over that amount and then they spend that amount hurriedly at the end of March, with the result that the amount is not utilized properly. There is scope for waste, corruption, and malpractices. Therefore, it is the duty of the government to come forward with proposals to check these malpractices and inefficiency prevailing in the departments. The report of the Comptroller and Auditor General for 1997-98 shows how the departments are not utilizing the amounts properly at all. Government is committed to certain principles to give to the people everything they need, but at the same time, the departmental executives do not understand the realities or the principles and the responsibilities of the government. In those cases, I would like to ask the government to fix responsibility on a particular officer. What happens? Suppose some officer commits a mistake and the audit report finds something. A reply is given by the government and it is treated as if his responsibility is over. No action is taken against him. He may be transferred from one department to another. He has made some mistake or mischief at the cost of the exchequer and at the cost of public welfare. Government should fix responsibility on the officer, and then only this type of lethargy in the departments will go. We are getting assistance from foreign countries, the World Bank, and the International Monetary Fund and other agencies, and the funds are utilized by our government.